Hi, welcome to another episode of EPMS Tech Talk. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Joanne LaFlamme.
Joanne, so what should we cover today?
Well, I'd really like to learn more about attaching images to records in the database.
Sure. Good topic. A lot of people want to know, how can I attach images to orders or to customers? You can attach Excel files, spreadsheets, Word docs, any type of image file, JPEG,
Okay.
bitmap, any type of image file like that. Attach it right to the order, attach it right to a customer record easily so that your any user, can just see that there's an image attached and open that up.
Okay, great.
Right while on the record. So I can show you in the screen,
Okay.
how we can add one to an order. Okay, so I'll open up estimating order entry, and just while highlighted on a particular job, you can click the view menu from the top, and there's an images option. Okay, I don't have any images attached to this order, so I can add one simply by clicking the add button. And then if you hit the drop down menu for the file name, it's going to take you out to your network so you can browse to where the file is. I'm going to add it, and I'm just going to say OK. And that adds the image to the order.
Okay. Well, now where is that image actually stored?
Well, the image is going to store, there's actually a couple of things to note here. First of all, there is a system setting that you can store images in the database itself.
Okay.
Although that probably sounds like the best way to go, because right away it sounds like all your users right away will have access because they're logged into the database. It's not our preferred method, because as images start storing in the database is going to grow pretty large pretty quickly.
Okay.
So we really
Makes
do,
sense.
the recommended approach is to set up a folder on your network somewhere that all of your users will have access to, and then manage the images in there. Save them in there. When users go to access the records and they click on the view, it's going to take them right to that file.
Okay.
Okay.
So now where in Enterprise can I attach images besides estimates and orders? You mentioned some other places.
Customers, inventory items. We can take a look at a couple of those places. Okay, so if I close estimating order entry, if you have our accounting modules, of course, you can access the customers through receivables. Okay, and in AR, it's actually called files.
Okay.
Okay, it's the same thing, files or / images. So if I add one here, same sort of principle. Okay, now in this case, it didn't take me right to the location, so I can browse down through to my network folder. Okay, and I can click on any of the images
Okay.
there. Okay. Now, once the image is attached, in order to view it, I can just click the view button, and it'll bring me right to that image.
Okay. Now, if that were an Excel file or a Word file, does the person have to have Excel or Word loaded on their system?
Yes,
Okay.
they would. Good point. PDF files that have to have Acrobat or Adobe loaded.
Okay.
They'd have to have the program installed that would allow the file to open up.
Okay.
So Word doc, they'd have to have Microsoft Office, Word, and
Okay.
same sort of thing. Okay. One of the other benefits, of course, to attaching the images, if I go back to order entry for a minute. Okay, now that I have an image attached to this order here, you can see right away that the images button lights up on the bottom. Okay, so all users now know that there's a file attached. They can click right on that, and then they can click the view button, and they can see it right there.
Okay. Great.
Okay, and like I said, other places would be on the material item. So if you've got spec sheets that you want to attach right to the material item, you can attach there.
Okay.
And then in accounts payable on the invoices,
Okay.
you can attach a file right to the invoice.
What about finished goods? Is that as
Finished
well?
goods as well, yeah,
Okay.
same thing as inventory.
Great.
So Joanne, actually, just to recap, there was one other point as far as storing the files on your network. I mentioned we
Yeah.
don't recommend using the system option to store the images in the database. You really want to store them, and this is an important point, you want to store them in a network centrally located where all your users have access to it.
Right.
One thing to note, though, is Enterprise isn't going to store those files automatically. Okay, you would need to save the image file into that folder. Okay, and then when you access the file in Enterprise, it's just linking to that path. It's basically saving the path
Okay.
to the image.
So I have to have the image there first, then attach it,
Exactly.
and then it's linked.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Anything else that I?
No, I think you've answered all my questions.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching this episode of EPMS Tech Talk. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Joanne LaFlamme.
Please look forward to more to come.